Well, this is another video blog from Team Paintrock. I'm Todd Jones. I'm the outfitter of record for Paintrock Adventures and Paintrock Elk Camp. We specialize in elk hunting, both bow and with rifle. We have some side businesses as far as moose hunting and sheep hunting that we really enjoy to do. I think one of the things that most of our guests will tell you is that me and my team certainly have a passion for what we do. And that's the expectation of this particular blog, is that I'd like to recognize some of those people that make things happen within our operation. Again, one of the things that most people don't realize is there's a lot of things going on in the background. My wife, Nancy Jones, is an integral part of what's going on within Paintrock during the season, especially. She's a 12-month employee and team member to us, and we couldn't do anything without her. She has developed so many lists to make sure that we are supplied and have everything in order for us to look good. So, if you're one of our team members and you happen to call Nancy up, I want you to, if you would, just thank her for all the things that she does. If you're a guest and you're viewing this, I just want you to know that not only do I love her, but she just does so much for our operation. We couldn't do without her. We couldn't do with the things that she does either. I'll get on to the next thing. What I want to do is recognize a couple people that have been in our operation for a long time. They're at the 10-year milestone, and there's two guys that are real special to me, Joe Gray and Herman Brune. Let me talk about Joe a little bit. Joe came to us. He actually was just a resident hunter at the trailhead over by Du Bois, and got to know him and his buddy Lloyd, who both of them came to guide for us. And then Joe actually stayed on with us and has been just one of the #1 guides that our guests request year in and year out. Joe has improved his skills over the last 10 years unbelievably with regards to elk, and he already had those people skills that people always enjoy. But Joe, thank you for 10 years. We hope that you're around for a lot longer than that. Herman Brune came to us from a little bit different situation than Joe did, but Herman has a little bit of a southern accent, if you to a certain degree, but he comes from a little old town called Columbus, Texas. And you might think that this might be not a place that you'd go down and generate top hand type of guides, especially in the Rocky Mountain West. But Herman came to us with all the skills necessary to fit right into our operation, because he had worked for several other elk hunting wilderness operations. He had the packing skills. He had a lifetime learn skills with horses and mules. And then, of course, he had hunted in other operations and had seen some other places, which just fit right in with us, just like a glove on a hand. And not only that, but Herman is just a #1 person. All of our guests, again, he's one of those guys that we get special requests all the time for him to guide them. So Herman, I can't thank you enough. Our business has grown and prospered but because of you and many of the team members that we have. Both of you, having you around has only seen us do bigger and better things. So thank you so much. We'll get on. Just want to describe two of the camps. We have a wilderness operation over in the East Fork Drainage, northeast of Du Bois, Wyoming. It's in the Washakie Wilderness area. It's a 6-mile pack in, so it takes some special skills and attitudes to get things done over there. Joe Gray, over the last couple of years, has been my camp manager. He's the guy that I go to make sure things are done in that camp, and he's just done an absolute fabulous job. Joe's one of those guys that I wouldn't call him quiet, but his management skills, he can get people to do things that most people can't get people to do. So, of course, if you ever were to have Joe as your guide, you know that he's always with his dry sense of humor and those things he's gonna make you smile within the first 5 seconds you're with him, and continually almost break your face while you're with him. So anyway, Joe has done just a fabulous job, and I know that the other team members that have worked with him really appreciate the things that he's done. Let me describe a few of the other guys, and we're going to post some pictures of these guys probably inside of this video so you get a chance to see who they are. But I want to describe them. Bruce Copperrood comes to us from Casper, Wyoming. I had the pleasure of meeting Bruce because he attended one of my packing schools at Casper College. And Bruce is one of those guys. He came to us, of course. He's got his own, it's actually a quite large business. He installs security for homes and businesses all across Wyoming. And he's one of those guys, he certainly doesn't have to guide for us, but he has, and he does it year in and year out. He's always got a smile on his face and a great attitude. And I just wanted to thank Bruce for all those things. We've, we get nothing but accolades from our guests that Bruce is able to take out. So thanks, Bruce. We sure appreciate it. And Bruce, again, he comes with us with a great skill set. He's been around horses and livestock most of his life. I guess I may have added to that with the packing school, but I think he'd done some of that as well. He'd done a lot of hunting on his own, and I think his passion these days seems to be taking people out and showing them how to hunt, and hunt in our neck of the woods especially. So Bruce, thanks again. We really appreciate that. The next guy, and this is a guy that's been kind of he's been with us for 4 or 5 years now, and that's Chris Cormell. Chris comes to us again. He's a little bit like Herman. He's got a southern accent from Fort Worth, Texas. He has moved up here and made Wyoming his home. I would describe Chris as one of our most improved guides. He may have not had all the skills that some of the other ones came to us with, but he certainly has added to it. He is what I would also describe as a student of the game, picking up little skills here and there as they go. He's also what I would also refer to as a technician. If there's a problem with a bow or a rifle or anything like that, he seems to know how to fix it. So I really appreciate that those kinds of skills in Chris. So anyway, I'll describe. We had a new guy come into camp this year, and that's Bob Vogel. I gotta give this guy credit because this is his first year, and usually, it takes a little bit of time to get used to how people operate and stuff like that. Bob walked right into this buzzsaw and called being a bow hunting guide, and just took it in stride. He's just a natural, and I want to compliment him for that. He and his wife Dar have run Wyoming horses for years and years. Dar's father, Lonnie Mantle, started this business on a shoestring and just a few head of horses, and now they operate with almost 1,000 head of horses. We've leased horses from them for almost 10 years now, and I just can't say enough good about them. They're great operators. They're good people, and they absolutely will do everything that they say they will do and go beyond that as far as customer service goes. But Bob, he just fit right in. He's an elk hunting natural. The skill sets that he's had, he's a lifelong hunter. being horseback is one of the most natural things that comes to him, and he's just an out-and-out good guy. He's a people kind of person, and I thank Bob for being part of our team this year, and we hope that he'll be a part of it for years to come. So anyway, great job, Bob. Joe Hargrave. Now, Joe, I got to know him a little bit. He's kind of a quiet guy most of the time, but he's been our taxidermist, the guy that we send our trophies to for our guests. We recommend him. The one thing that impressed me early on was that Joe, unlike some taxidermists, actually gets his job done and gets it done generally early. So he doesn't have a year or 2 years out there with somebody's trophy. He gets it done within the year, and typically it's a lot sooner than that. So anyway, I've been very, very impressed with Joe on that regards. But I'll tell you what, in the hills, this guy is just an animal. He's good to people. He's got the horse skills, packing skills. He has worked for several other outfitters, and he just kind of fits. He just comes into our operation, and just you wouldn't even know that he was maybe new to the operation. He started with us just a year before last, and he's just done a great job.